All right, welcome everyone to Genie Rocket Radio. I have a very special guest. I'm so excited to introduce her to you. She is an entrepreneur. She is a health coach. She does lots of things, and she's got a great story to tell. So I'm here with Denise. Hey, Denise, thank you so much. Say hello to everyone. Thanks for being on the show.
Hello, everyone. Brad, thanks for having me, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all.
Yes, that is awesome. Well, Denise, let's get started real quick. If you want to introduce yourself, just maybe tell us a little bit about who you are. And what we love as entrepreneurs, it's really focusing on not just the solution that you have, but what problem you're solving for other people.
So thanks, Brad. Thanks for the opportunity to do that. So again, my name is Denise Hay. I am a health coach, an entrepreneur. I live down at the beaches by Delaware. And I'm also a wife, a mom, a grandmom. And I have been an entrepreneur my entire life. From day one, my first business started on my kitchen table. And that goes back quite some time, and we'll leave that right there. But, my story kind of was built around solving my own personal problem first. And that was one of, I absolutely needed to get healthy, of course. But I needed to get healthy for a very good reason, because my husband was very sick and he was going to need some care. And I just didn't know how in the world would I ever be able to help him if I was in such bad shape. And when I say bad shape, I mean, my problem was I was obese. I could not get really from one room to the next without really just feeling every ache and pain. So just fast forward, I was fortunate enough to find a coach who was able to help and guide me. I lost a lot of weight, and then my husband did too. And it completely changed his health. And so I solved my own problem. I helped my husband. And then from that experience, I knew that it was something I had to share with others. It just was something I couldn't keep to myself. It was so life-changing.
Amazing. That is so great. Yeah. That kind of answers my next question too. And what a cool journey that must have been too, just to go on, not just on your own, but with your spouse, and both go through really, like, I'm sure, transformation of how you feel, how you think, like everything, and be able to do that with your spouse must have been incredible.
Brad, it was a transformation inside out. And when I say that it really changed our lives, my husband had just gotten out of the hospital right about when I was starting my journey for a very chronic COPD advanced illness. And we were told to prepare for hospice.
Wow.
We had nurses. Yeah, wow. And so that's what we were thinking. And I thought, well, I better get myself prepared and healthy. So that's really what got things going. And it was amazing that what happened as a result of him getting to a healthy weight, getting good nutrition, incorporating some good habits. He just came back from the gym, right? We were talking right before we started the call.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
It's like, don't underestimate what can happen when we choose a different path, and that really drives me, obviously.
So from almost hospice to now coming back from the gym, like that's incredible. What a insane transformation.
Insane. It's really insane. It's a big deal.
That's amazing. So now you're a health coach helping other people do that. And I'm sure kind of going through that journey give you excitement and inspiration and motivation to now do that for other people. So what do you think? Like, what's the most difficult part of being a health coach? If it's like, either mindset or creating new habits, or what do you think is the most difficult piece of it?
So could be a couple different pieces, but I think one of the hardest things for people to realize when you're coaching someone is that you really have to hold up the belief for them. Because so often a lot of people have tried and tried and tried, and they failed, and they bought into programs, or they've had gym memberships or whatever, all with that intention that they were going to make it, and this time was going to be different. And what happened is that they may have failed again. I know that experience, because I had been down that path. and it doesn't feel good. And it really holds you back. As a matter of fact, I just was sharing on social media, like, don't do what I did. Don't wait 3 years because you know what to do. You just need to do it. That was me,
Mm.
and so I really try to hold that up for people to let them know that it's not their fault, how important they are, how important this is, and that they can do it. I know they can do it. So I believe that for them until they come along and they can believe it for themselves.
Yeah,
And then they can help somebody else.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I love is talking to a lot of different entrepreneurs, just seeing the pattern of how big mindset really is on anything that we do. Like that's the one thing that can propel us forward or hold us back. And even myself, been doing some of the healthy habits and the eating and doing some boxing, different things, and realizing, it really is just a mindset thing. Am I going to be stronger than my lizard brain that's telling me to just go back to sleep or to eat pizza when my family's ordering pizza or eat one more piece? It's all those little micro decisions that we make and having that right mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And
I share that all the time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so important. And it's almost the idea of what you want most versus what you want now. Right?
Oh, yeah, right. Exactly. Take yourself out of now, take yourself down a little bit towards your future you, and make the decision in the future, not right this second. I have to have it, or I have to have this, whatever. Doesn't matter what it is, and give yourself that pause, that time out, so that you don't go down that hole again. It's insane. It's insanity, because when you do, when I do, it's repeating the same thing over and over, same result.
Right. That's right. And that's just frustrating. You can only do that for so long before you say, like, what's going to give? Something's got to change.
Exactly. Something's going to change. You're either going to change, or you're just going to throw your hands up and say, "Uh-oh, no, forget it."
Yeah.
And that's and that's what I really like to help people with, is like, no, we're not going to throw our hands up yet and just forget it.
Yeah. No, I love that.
I'm going to stand right here with you. I'm going to stick by your side. If you say you're in again one more time, okay, I'm in with you.
Yeah.
So
that's good. Well, to give our listeners a little bit of context, so I was so excited and proud of Denise. So Denise is a part of Genie Rocket, and she took our recent brand new, what we call the 7-day lead challenge, which is teaching Denise and everyone that's in it how to create a lead magnet, a landing page. Kind of, it's the mindset for marketing, and kind of same thing. What I found, a lot of people, just like health, it's the stuff that usually we know we need to do. We just put it off, or say we don't have time for it, or say, you know what, I'm not tech savvy. I'm just going to keep doing things the old way I've always done them and hope something changes eventually. But I was really excited to hear from Denise. She was one of the first ones that jumped in the challenge, and then had some landing pages that she showed me. And I was so impressed with them because I could tell she took the things that I was teaching, and I've spent years and years and years studying this stuff and try to do my best to make it easy to consume. And was so proud of Denise for seeing what she put together as a funnel to invite people into a health challenge. And I just wanted to bring you on a little bit too, to let people get to know you a little bit more, but also, to give people maybe some inspiration if they say, hey, Denise, like, I'm a health coach, or I'm an entrepreneur, and, I don't know if I'm super tech savvy, or I'm not a marketing genius. Like, can I really do this? Is it possible for me to do? So maybe if you could just speak a little bit into what that process looked like for you.
Oh, gosh, I would love to, Brad, because, first of all, to your credit, I have to tell you, the way you broke down that 7-day challenge, I think is brilliant. Just enough of a nugget to really grasp and to say, okay, and then to take the next step. So I thought it was really fantastic. And really, because for me, and maybe for a lot of people, like, we know that there's not, we all come in marketing on wherever we're at, right? Now, my old school mindset might be different than say what you might be saying now. Let's look at funnels. And, to really embrace that change was a big deal. But the way you did it, to where it was so simple, made it doable, to where I felt that I was having these little successes along the way. that it made it possible. And I began to grasp the idea of what was going on behind it and to tweak it a little bit more to who the audience was. And so, I did not find it frustrating. I have to, honestly say that at first it was scared me a little bit, to get into it. But the 7-day challenge is, any entrepreneur out there, I would say the bus, because I have a long history in tourism and motor coach business. Don't miss the bus. Get on it and embrace it, learn it, be patient, just like you said, and learn to incorporate it into your business, because it's the way to go. And sometimes embracing new things is a little hard at first, but once, as you go forward, it becomes easier. Easier it becomes, the more you can do, the more people you can reach, the more people you can help, the bigger your business grows, and the more time you have for yourself.
Yeah, that's great. Now, I know a lot of people that we talk to that are on the platform or trying tech. They say to themselves, I don't know like any sort of technology, and this is just way over my head or might be too hard for me. Are you any sort of technology wizard, or do you consider yourself more technically advanced than most people?
No, I didn't come into this with any tech knowledge. I mean, I have some basic, but nothing that would have prepared me for it. And I think that what you put together in Genie Rocket really makes it so doable for people, to get on board. And if they can't figure it out, then I know you certainly have ways to help them to figure it out. I think the 7-day challenge, almost should be like a must course people need to take as they get on board, because it just changed things dramatically for me. But I would say, don't hesitate. You don't need to know, anything. You just need to know who your clients are, your audience is, and what it is that you are about.
Yeah.
And then from there, the Genie Rocket will fill it in for you. You'll be able to see it manifest.
What's great is, and if you guys haven't, or listeners on here, if you don't know what a funnel is, you probably do if you're listening to this. But the beautiful thing is it's just a great way that you can guide people to a result they want. So Denise's funnel, for example, is it's like a 30-day challenge for couples, right? Yeah. So it's calling couples together to take the same journey that Denise and her husband went on. And how cool is that for her? It's not a sleazy or slimy, like backhanded marketing thing. All it's doing is highlighting the transformation that Denise has conviction about. And it makes it easier to deliver that to the people that really care. And that's what's exciting about funnels is, it's highlighting one thing where you have the most conviction to bring the most transformation. It makes it easier for them to access it and easier for you guys to generate leads and sales from it. And that's how we've grown our business. That's how we've seen a lot of entrepreneurs grow their business. So it was super exciting to see Denise grasp those ideas and create that 30-day couple challenge. And if it's okay with you, Denise, too, I'll put a link in the show notes where people can go and see that funnel. If you guys want to see what Denise created, or if you want to take a transformation yourself, you can go through that funnel and see what she did.
Cool. Yeah.
So I'd love to hear, Denise, too, maybe as you were going through some of that teaching, what was maybe one of the biggest like mindset things that you heard or things that you felt that were really impactful that maybe you haven't heard before that helped change the way you think?
Going through the 7-day challenge?
Yep.
You mean? Yeah. One thing that one concept that I liked was that the funnel is designed to get to a result, a yes or a no, or, there's a purpose. And I liked that because sometimes as an entrepreneur, I can be scattered a little bit, or I might be marketing too many things, too many choices. And the funnel, it takes that off the table because you're offering a 30-day challenge for couples or a 30-day challenge for families or just a 30-day challenge for anyone. But it eliminates, we're not getting into a bunch of other things. There's one, it was in the wording. there's one purpose for this funnel, I think you said, and that is to, right? And mine, I think, was to help couples get help, reclaim their health and transform their life or build their healthy lifestyle. There was one point. That was a concept for me. That was a little bit of a breakthrough rather than there was more than one thing we're trying to accomplish. There's one thing.
Yeah, that's so good.
The main thing.
Man, that's right. In marketing, we say a confused mind will always say no. And so we just try to keep it very simple and just guide people through one thing at a time.
Yeah.
That's great.
And it works.
And it works. So let me ask you this, Denise, if you were to have coffee with our users here, like just one-on-one, you were to sit down with them, what's something really valuable as kind of your experience as an entrepreneur? What's something that you would give them as a piece of information to either inspire them or motivate them?
I would say if I was sitting down there with them and we were talking about, we're in the Genie Rocket office there, I would be saying, as an entrepreneur, many entrepreneurs do many different things, and where you don't have enough of yourself to really go around. And I would say, give yourself that time to learn what's going on in marketing today. No matter where you're coming in on your business, if you're an entrepreneur that has been around for a long time like me, or maybe you're brand new, find out what's relevant for today and what's moving the market and what's moving the needle. Give yourself a little time and space to learn it and seek out the best person to train you with it, to the one that has the best offer, the best product. And, Brad, I kind of followed Genie Rocket around a little bit before I got on board. And I really, truly believed when I was coming on board that what you were offering and the scope of all the different components, because you and I even talked about this, was that it was really so packed with so much. I mean, I'm not, what do I think? I'm like 90 days in, and I'm just now beginning to really see all of the nuggets. So if I'm having coffee with someone, give yourself the opportunity to really learn from the best. Surround yourself with the people who know how to do it. Save yourself time, get in the right space with the right people, and grow your business.
That's great.
And have more time for the things you love, right?
That's
be
right.
able to do the other stuff.
Yep.
You can't do it all. You can't do it all when you're managing lists or sending out emails or responding. When things are automated, it's doing it for you. It's still you. Don't have that concept like, oh, it's automated. It's not me. No, if I wrote that email, it's me. That response.
Yep.
So it's still me coming through. It's not, somebody else. It's still Denise.
Not robot Denise.
Not robot Denise. Yeah. So it's like, that's my coffee chat, man. Get with the program and give yourself an opportunity.
Oh, I
learn
love
something
that.
new.
Yeah. No, I love that. At Genie Rocket, we really believe that, the CEOs and the entrepreneurs, like their job is not just vision, but also leading the charge on like sales and marketing. So like we have that conviction too of people need to think like marketers. And I think that's such good advice, and whatever tool that is, whatever leader that is, I think it's just, so important that you do find someone that you connect with and that you are ready for the long haul, because marketing is not something that you just go and learn. It's something that you do, and it's ongoing. It's a never ending journey. It's not a project you check off.
Yeah, really. And to have that, to have that type of support and know-how, it's like, everybody comes in with their own skill sets, whatever
right.
they are. You don't have them all, right?
Yeah.
One guy did, but we don't have them all. And this way, we learn from each other, and we shorten the road when we're open and curious to learn.
Yeah.
We shorten our own road and we make it better for somebody else too.
Yep. No, I love that. That is great. Well, Denise, thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure interviewing you, learning more about you and your business. And for people that want to maybe kind of follow what you're doing, what would be the best place where they could go and learn more about you?
So they can find me on Facebook, Denise Hay, easy enough to track me down there. Also Denise Hay on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm out and about. So if you're looking for me, you can just reach me easy enough at denisehey.com.
Awesome. That's great. Well, Denise, thanks again for being on. Guys, in the show notes, we are going to put a link to Denise's funnel and also a link to the 7-day lead challenge. It's completely free if you're interested in taking it and going through the same process Denise went through. Thank you guys all so much for listening. This has been Genie Rocket Radio, and we will catch you next time. Thanks, Denise.
Thanks, Brad. Take care. Bye-bye.